Okay, so we'll forget that intro because it's not going to work. Figures. Anyway, hi, welcome in everybody. And yeah, we've got a black screen behind us this time round. So just going to turn the volume down on that. And we'll start with Rocky Start Cookies, apparently. So how are you all doing today? So I do apologise that there was no announcement earlier in the day about the live stream. Hey Hugo, hey Monica. I was struggling. Hey Lou, welcome in, mate. I was struggling to think about what to actually do tonight's stream on, but you know what? I thought it's like we're entering the final week of Voyager now, and I think it's more like how are we all feeling? Are we enjoying it? Because in all honesty, I'm getting bored. But then again, yesterday's event store, what the hell was that? I mean, Jesus Christ, it's just like, what? Why? But at Scopely, it's freaking hot, no rain for weeks. Oh, we actually had a massive downpour of rain. Yes, was it? Yes, yesterday. I managed to. Also, I did the video yesterday, and it was just in the spell where there was no rain. Got back in half an hour later, the heavens literally just opened up. So. But anyway, let's jump into game and let's get this show going. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, figures. Move myself over. As always, there we go. So, but yes, it is a bit too hot, even for my liking. I mean, I'm sat on my new leather chair, and it's like, yeah, I'm hot. So it's like I've got a bit of juice left here, and I have a full bottle ready to go. So plenty of hopefully hydration tonight. Again, a fog stuck in my throat again as well. That's not helping matters. So yeah, tonight's stream, Voyager Part 2. And what we're looking at, well, For the stars, I'm sure we're all wondering why is the Arcrunner decided, in his infinite wisdom, to drop the missions that coincides with this. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a great idea on one hand, and it works nicely on one hand. But on the other hand, you've got players who just really want to get it done. Hey, Mark, welcome in, mate. And who just really want to get it in, get it done, get the rewards, and complete that core mission success. So now, I don't think it's dropped. No, it's not dropped tonight. So, yeah. We have 5 parts to go with 6 days left on the... actually, no, not 6 days left on the clock, is it? It's not 6 days left on the clock. It is... We are actually in 6 days. How did I do in the J-Way auctions? I got 30 blueprints in the last one. I got 30 blueprints. I don't think there is going to be a third auction. I haven't seen word of a third auction. But you won yours, did you, Lou? Nice one. Yeah, it's planned for the 24th. Oh, okay then, that's fine. I haven't seen that one. The only announcement I have actually seen tonight is the fact that tomorrow we're going to have that glorious PvP. Now, the last couple of weeks it's actually been on a Thursday, so I wasn't expecting it until Thursday, but the date calendar does say the 21st, and Wednesday is the 21st. And for all of you who absolutely love humping bases, guess what? Sorry guys, no more base humping. Got the 4th place and unlocked a nice one, Matt. Well done, buddy. I've seen a lot of people posting in the Discord today, screenshots of the Voyager crew and how effective they are. So I don't want to brag. I won 2 times Janeway auctions, tier 2 Janeway. Well, Hugo, that's not bragging. That's owning, mate. That is owning. So, I mean, I literally tried to bash as much through on my base as I could until I found that, obviously, I needed this to do the refinery for Ops 46. Needless did I know that I needed to start here. I should have clicked onto that one. And I should have delved deeper into into STFC.space. You'll be 6 shards from tier 2 tomorrow. That's all right then. Yeah, I know we get another 19 in the battle pass if you've got the elite side as well. Janeway, EMH, and BLT. Yes, that's one crew loadout I did see being posted in the Discord. So it was a good one. Obviously, someone did use Harry. But I don't think they quite clicked onto his officer ability until a bit later on. Either that or they just forgot he was there. He was on the bridge, so... But yeah. So, I've currently got, obviously, the shipyard in. I'm not going to wait 120 days for that one. But I should be able to look at going Ops 46 within the next couple of weeks, all being well. Obviously, we do have the in-between arc session. Strange question. Are you German Gregor? If you have no idea. I think Hugo is the German variety. He's one of Rev Juice's mods on YouTube. So I don't know if he's on thingy. You could talk about the heroic solo leaderboard. Surprised me to work. Yeah, I mean, that was a shocker as well. 2 SMSs on... 2 heroic SMSs, which there was no communication about, saying that was actually going to happen. And I can't say I actually saw that in the calendar neither. Oh, Gregor! All right, so you're the German Gregor. Ah, that would explain a lot. What exactly, I don't quite know, but I've heard Gregor's name being mentioned before. Mark, yeah. Oh, yeah, your shard's 300, aren't you, Mark? Yeah. Because it's like, I enjoy seeing your screenshots. It gives me some German words to try and pronounce. Although I couldn't, in all honesty, to me, and this is no offense towards Germany or German people, but your language pretty much is almost too close to Klingon in some of the words you say. I mean, obviously you don't have the and all that, but for me, even when I was at school trying to learn German, I could never get my head around half the words. Auf Wiedersehen, that's easy. So, but yeah. Is the officer going, yeah, I mean, constantly throwing things in about officers and bloody hell. I mean, Hugo, you do a hell of a lot of maths, don't you, buddy? So, I mean, I don't, the way Hugo comes across, you wouldn't think. I mean, he's gonna have to correct me if I'm wrong, but is he Ops 42? Hugo, are you Ops 42? But you wouldn't think he was such a quote unquote low level player for the amount of knowledge he has. And some of the ships I've seen in his screenshots like outpower mine, and I'm Ops 45. So it's just like, but he's got better research. Yeah, during the first years was an American whale Gregor, because I got a lot of messages that was not for me and renamed into Hugo. Oh, you Ops 43, smashing, well done, mate. Ops 44, you'll catch me up before the end of the month. You keep going like that, mate. It was 6, if I remember right, it was Ops 42 last week. But yeah, I mean, I finally breached the 55 million power, but yeah, I've still got lots to do, and a lot of research to catch up on as well. I hate to think how much I've actually got to do. It's unreal, but yeah. So you was the American whale Gregor, and because you got a lot of messages, were they bad? I don't want to pry too much, Hugo, but were they bad messages, or was it just people constantly asking you for advice and everything? But given the amount of knowledge you've got, yeah, I'd easily say you was Ops 50s in the Ops 50s by a long shot. Is that a rare running? Oh, that's an exchange. I don't want that. Yes, Lubes 135. I will say that one. Oh, hello. That was a flicker. That was from a bypass. A petrol pump passing. Asking for whale stuff that you could not answer. Ah, right. So, upgraded from 42 to 43, 12 hours before the Voyager Act started. Finished the upgrade. Ah, right, okay. Oh, Mark and Luke were on the same server. Oh, now there's a good one. So, but yeah, I did have something in my head to say, but I can't remember what it was now. But yeah. So that's good. So, okay, so give your opinions on that event store yesterday. I'm interested to see how people really feel about it. I mean, I've seen some of the comments on YouTube, on the video. American Gregor was a cool guy too. Still plays, I think, just not involved in the community stuff as much anymore. No, probably not. So, oh, that was what I was going to say. Lube, your video about Armada leader chests was pretty... It was pretty damn good, and it definitely helped. It's helped me re-evaluate how to do the Armadas, and actually makes more logical sense about how to acquire rare directives and epic directives at a faster pace. So, and I've engaged into that loop. So, but it was just it's surprising stuff that I hadn't noticed. But seeing with you with like thousands of rare directives and epic directives is like, how the flipping heck have you managed to get that? But then when you explained it, it was like, oh yeah, yeah. If you actually pay attention, it's not the one thing I actually paid attention to when it came to Armadas was the leader chest. I never thought too much about it. But when you actually look back on it, I mean, I don't think I've actually got any. No, I've been doing a lot of Apex today. Was it Hugo who suggested the idea of building up the beacons? And I've been doing that since Tuesday last week, and I'm actually quite impressed with the way it works. The only problem, yeah, I ain't got an Armada. I think we can run one actually tonight, just to show off some of the chests. I'm sure we can have somebody on. Mantis tokens. They're called beacons. Ancient beacons. So, yeah. Yeah, the warp tokens. But no, I say, following that method that you mentioned last week, it has really helped me. The downside is the freaking Exocom chests, they're not even dropping the cargo boost for me. And it's really irking me off. I think I've had one since the Exocom factory opened. One cargo capacity increase. And I think I used that for a mining session. Which was actually the worst thing I could have used it for. But no, it'd be nice to actually have them. So now obviously I did the Mantis small, so now I sit on that for another few days. So let's get that past. What crew am I running on this ship? Oh goody, I'm running the Armada crew. So right. I'm gonna guess, just find out if our level 52 plays online. You there? So, is that right? Yep, that's right. So, oh, Hugo, that is a brilliant idea. I do like that idea. A recycler. Exocom recycler. Ooh. Definitely. I would love that. Absolutely love that. So, let's have a look, see if we can find an Armada system. Battleship, Explorer, Armada. There we go. Oh, I don't think I can challenge that one. I don't want to put my 52 under that much pressure. It doesn't have a 53 uncommon yet. So, but being 52, he won't have it. So, the downside of not being a Commodore. So, let's have a look at that. Yeah, I'm only a Premier. So, can't see who's online, so I can't see if the Admiral's actually online. So, but yes, I mean, obviously, we all saw last week on stream I got promoted to Operative. And then some point over the last couple of days, I've been promoted to Premier. I didn't even notice that I'd been promoted, so. But yeah, so what I'm going to do is going to fly out to the system. I'm going to run this uncommon. Do I have the chests available to pull? 7 hours, or did I do them this morning? Oh, I did them this morning. So actually, no, I don't really need to run one of these chests. But no, it doesn't. Welcome in, Kevin. No, it doesn't always mean that they're available. Yes, they can be away from the keyboard, but online usually gives me a good idea if they're actually around. So, and then it'll give me an idea. So I could just start this Armada, and I know he'd show up. So, but given the fact that he hasn't replied yet, I don't think he's actually online. So the G4 Uncommon Armada pack is such a terrible option. Yeah, I will agree with that one. absolutely rock gut. So, but I mean, if you quickly saw, I have 177,000 Armada credits. So, obviously, I can use that one to view it because, unlike Lube, who was able on his stream when he clicked on the pack, he could actually see it. But as you can see, all mine does, it just bloody moves. That's it. So, yeah, I can't actually click on that. But if I click on there, I can see I got 177.6 thousand. So, what's it? 25,000 for 2 chest pull off on the G3 one. That'll give me, what, 7 runs? He must have Ripper's mod installed. I don't know. I think Lou would have Ripper's mod installed. In fact, I think most people who was playing on the PC, whether it be BlueStacks, yeah, you do. I thought you did. Yeah, on the BlueStacks, you would have actually made sure you installed Ripper's Shenanigans, because it would have helped it. From what I've seen of it, it would have helped you out no end. Absolutely no end. So, absolutely worth putting it on. I don't think it works for the PC version of the game. I think it's only through BlueStacks, isn't it? Can't have the mod on BlueStacks. Oh, you can? Oh, okay. I thought it was on BlueStacks. So, uncommon Armada credits are no problem. Just solo of 41. Yeah. We'll have a look at the 41s in just a moment, because what I want to show is the leader's chest and why Lou has or Mac, PC or Mac. Ah, right, okay. So, if I'd have had a PC and I'd have been using BlueStacks, so I wouldn't have been able to get Shenanigans. But no, Lube actually did make a very good point with these chests. Obviously, hitting the high ones, and if I remember correctly, Lube, you said about like the leader just even using a feature just to get out there. Oh no, it don't work on the Mac. Ah, right, okay. I believe the Mac is for our American friends. They use Macs quite a lot, if I remember correctly. Hey Alexis, you took some time off? Is that from work, mate, or the game? Let's just actually let them know. High level. I can never spell Armada. I always get it wrong. So, stick that on there. Leader's chests are the goal, and your whales carry you, get majority of the loot. As they bring the most power, it's a win-win. Yeah, it is. And that was the strategy I loved the most about it, is the fact that you start it with a feature, and the whales come in with their big guns and everything, and oh, but me now, Alexis, I hope everything's all right, mate. I hope everything's all right. So, obviously asking me what sort. So so I just put that there just to let them know what system we're going for. Actually, the one thing is I get this chest because I really do actually want it. Because I do actually want to pull that G4. I'm six directives short. Hey Stan, welcome in, buddy. I'm 6 directives short of a rare Armada. So yeah, I could probably do with pulling that G4 one just to see if I actually get those last 6 shards. I probably won't. I won't be that lucky. I never am. RNG for me in this game is pretty crap, but Then again, I'm on Ops 45, so it's not particularly too bad. So... yeah, I don't... it was from a full trainer put me on rest. Okay. A fall trainer. I'm not familiar with that term. Yeah, Retro Badger's posted his videos again. Brilliant space combat, some of them. But that Intrepid that you've just seen up there, that's actually the one from Picard Season 3. So I've already seen the thumbnail for it. I get the notifications like come in like miles after. So... but here we go. The Valdor's finally arrived. Oh, right. Your personal trainer. Right. Yeah, I'll definitely say take some rest then. A guy that shows you how to fall correctly. I'm a bit confused. Now, I think I've got the general gist here. Having a personal trainer and obviously having an accident while with them. So, right, here we go. Yeah, it's easy to get a little... when English obviously is not your first language, as a lot of you know, translating it into English, it can be a little bit complicated to make sure you get the words right. So, oh, there's even a... right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to send the Kelvin in to keep this system open for me. But, right. So, we've got 3 Armadas. Hey, Damien, welcome in, mate, from California. How's the weather on the West Coast? Let me get me my compass right. So, obviously, the reward for this one is going to be a total of 669,500. Obviously, if we beat it, it's level 49. I don't think I actually have challenged a level 49 yet. So, this could probably go all massively wrong for me. But hey ho, total beach day, nice. Yeah, we've had some beach days over here in the UK. Do I fancy a cup of tea? Not at the moment. No, for some reason I've actually gone off tea a little bit. I don't have it as much as I used to. So, but right. I've not seen the Admiral in chat yet, so oh, hang on, I've got a couple of players come in. So it looks like a couple of them want to go. Tier 7 Kelvin 35, 22.8 million strength. Wow. Guilty. Hey, I can't stand coffee. I'll leave it at that. I only have coffee as like an extreme rare thing. Right. Sorry, I'm just gonna put a message in my Alliance's Discord. I hate autocorrect. I really hate it. Right. There we go. Just send that in there. So hopefully I'll get some response. You're a mixed space. Okay. You're happy with anything wet and warm, to be honest. Hot chocolate. Hot chocolate. Rushed bit of fun. Okay. Ufa, level 49, no way soloing that with an uncommon G4 ships. How come your... Hugo, how comes your ship massive? Here he is. The Admiral's here now. So, he's obviously just seen my message in Discord. No, Hugo is very up on his research and making sure that he's got this, that, and overdone. I had to spend a bit of prime hollow ships. Ah, you've got the prime hollow shields. Ah, that would definitely explain the massive. Yeah. Because I was kind of wondering how on earth you managed to get your ships more powerful than mine. Obviously, research is a big thing. And the one thing is, I noticed with a lot of players in my alliance and a couple of other alliances I've been in. Yeah, it does. It does, Kevin. But one thing I've noticed is that there's a lot of players in the game who shoot through ops levels and they're like so underpowered. And it's like, I'm like 3 or 4 levels lower than you, but yet I'm like 3 or 4 positions strength-wise in the alliance higher than you. And it's like, how do you not keep up with your research? Spending some money, Alexis. Spending money, mate. So, the one thing we all do, and it's the one thing that I'm actually literally struggling with at the minute is money. So, but hey ho, that's life. And from what I've heard, apparently, our good old government wants to actually make people more skint to help reduce inflation. But I'm not going to get onto politics today. Hopefully. The stuff I have problems with is the away team research tree because I don't get enough of the medals from ATAs. And territory also wants the same amounts of isogen. Yes, I will agree with that one. I mean, if we jump into... So if we have a look at the away teams. Now, I don't know what your levels are going to be like, Hugo. But it's like I've got a load of max ones. So we've got this one here. Oh no, it needs Klingon Hauler. So here we go. So it's like this one needs some of the epic badges as well. And they can be a pain in the ass to source every now and again. Oh, Rev Juice has just dropped another video. Oh, is it just the announcement? I didn't quite catch that. I'm a liberal on it. Ah, right, okay. Export research helps ISO research. Shot bait helps on those medals. Oh no, Rev's just put an announcement out on his Discord. You want to put 4.6 million? To be honest, mate, I keep forgetting to do all this research, but it's the large number of days. And next month, I will get to do the treasury. If I've done the math right, I get the... Oh, hang on. Actually, no. Might not be next month, actually, because I need 880. Oh. No, it's not going to be next month that I'll be able to do it. It'll be August. I will be able to do the treasury next. Bollocks. I was actually looking forward to next month. But when I get around to getting the treasury again and get, like, shed loads of Latinum... Like this month, in my treasury chest, it was 1 million Latinum. Now, that is just under 10 years worth of research. That's just under 10 years worth of... Oh, 10 years worth of speed ups. And that's pretty much what I use on. But what I could do is I'll use it to clear a lot of these out. So, But yeah, you get 1,000 a month. Yeah. Hang on. Oh, yeah. Yes, I will. Yeah, you get 1,080 a month. So, joint auctions. I spend 1.5 million on speed ups. I bet you do for research. Yeah, but that's a lot. I mean, I'll end up cracking all this research out, providing I've got the medals for it. I mean, still got a bit here to do. What I've got here, I've got the notoriety ones, which is your reputation increase. So, I mean, I need to focus on the Klingon ones to get anywhere, to help boost my Klingon rep. But get them done up, get all the others done up, and then I can say I've got this tree up to date. I spent 1 million plus over the weekend too, Hugo. You don't want to track it. No, because it's scary just how much you got to get through. And that's another reason why I did put the video about the event store yesterday. That, the overflows and the monthly chest, yeah. But no, the event store yesterday is like insane amounts just for a pittance. It's like saying, I'll pay you £100 just to get £1 back. That's how bad it was, in my opinion. Now, why I didn't add that bit into the video, I don't know, but it was on the spot recording. No script, no nothing. I was out walking the dog. I took the dog out this afternoon for a walk. Because obviously she don't get out much, bless her. And she's old. So, she's not acting. She acts like a baby dog every now and again. But, yeah. So, obviously I'll be blasting through the away teams. And Isogen, I am building that up nicely. So, what I'm here, 1.5 million Isogen. I only spent the res because it counted towards the event. Yeah. And there was an event that went with it. I don't recall seeing an event that went with it. Because otherwise I would have been spending. Or is it... Oh, the auction. Huh? You do like that outside video? Oh, the adversary. The Delta adversary. I'm going to hazard a guess. I made this a wee bit too strong. You've got the offensive sub-protocol. Because if you've got the offensive protocol, then yeah, it would actually make sense. Spend some resources on that. Me, I had mining. So I went out and mined G5 Crystal, which went towards a mission, which is going to go towards a mission. But then... it wasn't enough, so I had to go to mine some Latinum. Yeah, offensive. I thought just as much. Oh, hang on. Donate. Oh. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. All I saw was mining. Oh, great, mining. And so I just got on with it. Yeah, it would have probably made sense to use that store. But, again, it was a way to... I think it was Scopely's attempt to take some resources out of the game. I mean, somebody did comment... Mining Monday. I won't be surprised. But no, somebody did comment that Scopely have seen across the board about how much dilithium is still in the game, because obviously people have been stockpiling it. Well, yeah. I mean, what have I got in the bank at the minute for? So Midland 43 just joined the Discord. Welcome in. So yeah, so I've got 27.4 million dilithium there. Now, ultimately, as you move further into the G5, and I'm sure Lube can attest to this one, yeah, 27.4 billion is absolutely nothing when you get into the G5 areas. So, yeah. Now, so, got this Armada. I'm missing one. Normally I wouldn't star, but the one thing is, if you are an Armada leader, don't forget to star your fleet. Otherwise you'll have players complaining that you kicked them out. They got kicked out. Yeah, he said he was on his way. You did everyone sick for the lap independent. Yeah, that was the worst one. The return ratio on that was absolutely horrible. Yeah, it was absolutely disgusting. I mean, what did I have? 14,000 Latinum when I did that video. And that entitled me to what? 3 chests? 3 chests to pull? That was it. It was ridiculous. Okay, so oh no. Oh, right, so Gemini's actually cloaked. So he's going to use the cloak for an extra boost in damage. I was just wondering where he'd gone there, because I'm sure I saw him. But yeah, the Latinum to independent credits, I just thought you've got to be taking, and that's what literally put me off that event store altogether. It was just that one. I think if I hadn't seen the return rate on that one, I wouldn't have been so. Yeah. Oh, I guarantee these will have the right crew. So there we go. Ooh, I took a smiting there. A right smiting. So now, obviously, the Valdor's going to have to go home and get repaired on that one. But let's have a look. So now, obviously, Strife there will obviously get the most. In fact, I'll be walking away with the least amount here, because obviously I'm not as strong. But I'm still walking away with like... Actually, that's about a third. That's about a third. Because remember, it was... what? Yeah, I'll show the start chest in a minute. But no, actually... No, I would have got less, because I've got 5 of 11 on the bridge. And she's at, what, 40%. So, in rough maths, I'd probably say I actually got around about 160, 170,000 out of that Armada. And then obviously add on top the 40%, which obviously gives me that. But obviously, as Lou mentioned in his video, and yes, I am going to keep posting it, and I would recommend... Go check it out. Lube has it on YouTube, so I would go check it out. Yeah. Yep, exactly. But this is what Lube was mentioning. Look at that. That's the uncommon. Now, I am going to go back and I'm going to do the 41. And I can solo that. I know for a fact I can solo it. But obviously, I'll still run anybody in who wants to join. So, but like I say, now, if you actually look at the G3 cost of 25,000 for the 2 chests, that's like, and you can only pull the chest once a day, that's like, what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24... 25. There's 25 days worth of Yeah, of credits. 25 days worth. Oh, I don't know why I just got in there. How easy would it be just to do it? If you have no more ships coming, you should go the next one bigger. Right down faster. I'll let it fly home because it gives me a chance to do a bit of this. But no, so this one's opened up now. Obviously, this is only 500,000, so for 2 chests. And guarantee some tactical cores. Yay! But if we scroll down, we've got materials, G3 and G4. But these are the rare directives. 1, 3, 5 and 10. Now, ideally, I'd love the 10. The chance of me getting that one is zilch. I'll probably get 1 directive out of this. So, let's do it. 1 directive. No, I've got 8. Wow. I got a 5 and a 3. I will take that because now I can run that rare armada. So, just let them know that I'll be doing a rare in that system. And of course I missed some letters out, so now let's have a look at the cost of this one. So that's going to be a lot. So that's 108,000. That's going to give me an extra 64,000 to my Klingon Rep 2. So leave the Kelvin there to do it. But no. So yeah. So these chests are going to be big. And then obviously when you actually, if we can just get that out, when you do the rares, if you, and as Lube has mentioned in his video, do the 6 chest pull as often as you can, and you'll build up those rare directives, epic directives. So what do we get here? Ooh, 10 necklace and 10 isolatic rods. Thank you very much for that one. Let's have a look at this one. Okay, so more artifact tokens. Oh, I get to pull them as well. I actually get to pull them, and we'll actually go and have a look at them. So we are going to be literally all over the place in today's video. So, directives. I only need 51 more epic directives. So, and obviously, his video was aimed at more the G4 players. For getting those rare tactical cores, because they are a nightmare to source. An absolute nightmare to source. But I mean, Lube, if you're alright, I'll do if it's alright with you, do my own version of the video and see what spin I can put on it as well. About pushing. I mean, it's like probably running armadas. I probably won't release it for a while because I've got a request to do the pattern buffer one. What missions are worthwhile, so I've got to go through all that, find that document. Smashing, thanks very much, mate. I've got to get all the information for the pattern buffer ones and see if I can get in touch with Black Half Dan, but I know he passed it on to somebody, the file, to try and keep it updated for the okay. Yeah, someone to keep it updated. So I was trying to track that down, because obviously it gave you the list of all the the payouts and everything. So, and obviously I don't have the pound buffers to do every single one. So I've got 7 hours till I can do that other chest. Boo, not nice. So, but anyway, we've got some upgrades we can do. So what's this one then? Base mining for crystal. Well, that's all right then, because that's pretty much all I'm mining on materials at the minute is crystal. I go out to the token systems in Jem'Hadar territory for the others. This one is mining rate for ore. So crack that one open. What's it? Oh, that's only level 2. And then, do I have another? No, that's it. We don't have any more. Shame. Gotta admit, this is one of the best things to come out of the Voyager arc so far. Hey, hi Tone, welcome in, buddy. Howdy friends, got a Janeway the other day. Full synergy, she stops all the whole damage in a round after you take the first hit in a round. Great PvE crew, also works in Armadas. Only weak point is against traders because they only hit once per round. Smashing. So, new potential for the gold targets, potentially. Because I know Rev did quickly mention about the 3 primes in his last video. Best thing to come out and Voyager. I'd have to reserve judgment on Voyager, because obviously I won't be getting it until, I think I worked out the date around about the 22nd of July. So I'm easy on course for getting the 50 blueprints using the Lobby crystals, so that's a bonus. But obviously I've still got to get the rest of the blueprints, so I'm looking mid to end of July before I get Voyager. And then before I do a video on Voyager, I will be running the loop for a couple of times round, so I know what the loop is. So I'll be recording segments of each loop, and then I'll put them together in a video, so we can see. So for those who haven't got Voyager and still have to wait till, what was it, the 14th of September I worked the dates out at. So the ones who don't get the Ruby crystals, or for people who come up for Voyager afterwards. As the result of your Formation Armada marathon, I'll take a look at that after the stream, buddy. But yeah, so the Voyager one, I'm going to reserve judgment on it. From what I've seen so far and what I've heard, obviously it's very convoluted. It's a very involved loop, and there are a lot of issues with it, such as Voyager's cargo. So I mean, we can look at Voyager now and go through its stats, but we all know what Voyager is. Its cargo is pathetically crap for the things it's got to do. So yeah, like I say, I'm going to reserve judgment on it, but that will affect its grade. Now, yes, it could be the next best thing to the Delalama, but yeah, I don't know what else to say about Voyager at the minute. So, I mean, the Voyager video I have done is about how to grind out the blueprints and everything, and how tedious it is. But the best thing about it is the fact that we do have a free-to-play path straight away, and there is an accelerated sourcing for free-to-play players, providing you've actually engaged in this arc from day one. And it was nice of Scopely to actually help out those players who were not in alliances, or in alliances that do not really perform very well in those alliance leaderboards and milestones that came out in the storylines meta. So, because when I looked at it, I thought, what was if you're not in alliance? You're buggered. You ain't going to get anywhere. So it was nice that Scopely actually did do something to add that extra little bit of redundancy into it, which is, I didn't think they'd do it. I thought it was just going to be pure 100% interaction. Now it's not 100%, because obviously it takes that little bit off, because you don't have to worry about the alliance events. So, but no, it was nice of Scopely to actually do it. And I will admit, communication has been a little bit better this month. We have seen a few things coming up, like the network error 403 coming up. I can't remember the last time I saw that error come up, but obviously it's been coming up for a lot of players. So, But it would be nice if Scopely could actually sort out their coding a little bit better. So, right. Oh, right, okay. Just somebody about getting up. Right, so now I need to repair the auger. The Valdor. I keep calling it the bloody auger. So, spent too much there. Don't know why I just clicked that one. I want that one. Looks like he's bought a few ships. So, and the one thing is I know for a fact that I can start that from here. And I'm still going to arrive in time. And probably what would have been a better idea for me to put some exocomms on. But we did pretty well against that 49 uncommon. Just three ships. So, I'm quite happy with that. So, now we'll call him home. Because obviously we started that. So, obviously, as usual, we've got to wait the usual time. Hey, Sam, welcome in, buddy. You have 6 blueprints for Voyager. Have you been engaging in the storyline meta? Have you been engaging in that? Because if you have, then I'm going to say don't worry too much. That storyline meta is the one thing you would have had to engage in. Yes? Oh, that's fine. So you've got the opportunity then, in a few days' time, to pull 50 blueprints like that. So, 6 blueprints at the minute. Yeah, okay. That's pretty reasonable. I mean, I don't think I could... Nope, I can't access the chest there. But I think I'm on about 15. But obviously I'm pulling on the 22-hour clock. So I will be a little bit higher than those. Oh, I'm on 16. Okay, so I'm probably, what? 2-3 shards ahead of where, if you've been actively doing it every single day, pulling these, you have 15. Yeah. So if you've been pulling it every single day on the 24-hour clock, you'll be on about 12, 13 by now, 14 at the outside. But obviously, because I'm on the 22-hour clock, I'm on 16 and getting up there. The story is mega confusing. You don't know where the actual score is at. In all honesty, Damien, I've not actually followed the story. All I know is that the last bit I actually read into, which was part 5, was apparently our ship had been completely taken over by some alien race, and they were chasing Voyager down. No, and yeah, that's the problem, Hugo. That is also one of the problems with the fact the missions have been split the way they have. It's hard to follow the story when you're getting it every 2 to 3 days. It is very hard. I mean, it's more like a 10-part episode of Voyager in a season I'd actually probably say it's more like the modern Star Trek. So let's take Discovery, for example. It's hard to keep up with the storyline because it's a continuous story through the whole season. Well, why? Next Generation, the overall story arc for the whole 7 years was about Q putting humanity on trial. Obviously in Star Trek Picard we learned that it was actually Picard on trial. But Q put humanity on trial through the whole 7 seasons of the Next Generation. So there was your overall story out there, but they told a lot of other different stories in the middle. So I will say that I'd like the story though. That's cool. I mean, there is one other way we can actually look up the story so far, and that's stse.space. Hey, Dustin. What's new in Tuesday Britain today? Weather can't make up its mind what it's doing. Politics is really killing the people. And for those who know about him, Boris Johnson has been found guilty of lying to the British people and the House of Parliament. But that's politics. Fly to the Delta Quadrant, look for the Borg Queen, then forget about her, find an alien, get taken over, hunt down Voyager, fail, fly home, reboot system, wait for the next mission. Hugo, I think you've just pretty much summed up the mission so far. And I think that's pretty much what it is, because I do remember seeing the Borg Queen in one of the earlier ones last week, but that was about it. Yeah. It's just so hard to follow the story. But like I say, I mean, who's worse? Prime Minister Boris Johnson or... yeah, exactly, Hugo. But yet there's still people who support him. Apparently, she's not my local MP, but she's in the one... literally where I grew up, which is like just about 5 minutes down the road from me. She's supporting him just because she was his personal secretary. I bet he tried to have his way with her. Justin Trudeau. I don't think I've ever heard of Justin Trudeau. He is, and Hugo, he is. He's a Donald Trump with less money. He is. What if Scopely gave the Queen a captain's ability at the end of the story? Damien, do not have thoughts like that. Do not have brilliant thoughts like that. The players are not allowed to have brilliant thoughts. It's got to be Scopely who come out with these weird and wonderful ideas. It's an Australian dude. I ain't got... still never heard of him. Still never heard of this Justin. But no, say, yeah, Scopely are meant to be coming out with these weird, wonderful ideas. We can ask for what we want, and not ours must be Canada. Harmonica, you Australian? Was the PM. Ah, right. Yeah, I mean, we can have ideas that we can put to Scopely, but they're pretty much going to just ignore them. Dustin, you're Canadian. Yeah. Nice one. I'm not going to bring up the thing about Fosters for Australia, but it was is it true that you all drink Fosters down there? But Dustin, I actually would have thought you was one of the EU countries, because obviously your English is. I do have to sit here and think about what you're saying. What is you trying to get across? I mean, I know, like, you asked Rev Juice a couple of questions on one of his live streams last week, and he was struggling to understand. VB and Tohays are more popular. Borg Queen, Borg Fringy, Simulation Borg are just terrible. Nothing about them works. Scopely doesn't understand them. To promote the Queen in the shop events, they add Dozak. It sounds about right, doesn't it? But, yeah. But no, I believe the Borg Queen, when she came out, she should have had a captain's ability, an officer ability, and a below deck ability. She should have been one of those officers where all three areas were covered. Because bearing in mind, the Borg were like one of the most powerful races in the galaxy until they decided to go take on 8472. from an alternate reality, alternate galaxy. But it would have made sense for an OP queen like that. I mean, it's like they keep saying, a mecha epic officer, or legendary. But then again, you'd be looking at Picard being a legendary, Cisco is a legendary, Janeway is a legendary, and Kirk is a legendary. So they would be the officers that I would say is in contention for being epic officers. Legendary officers, sorry. But yeah, the Borg Queen come out, and obviously I know a lot of people have said, are we going to get Q introduced to the game? Again, he's got to be a character to me that's got to have all three bases covered. They've got to be all three. You can't just put Q on. Monkeys. You can't put Q on as just a captain's and officer ability. He's got to have that below deck as well, because in omnipotence, or maybe an ability where it's just don't matter where you put him, he's just got that one thing, and it works all over the place, on bridge, as captain, as a below deck. So but then again, I think if they brought a Q character in, friggin' A+4 Borg Treble more powerful than the Borg Queen. Yeah, the Borg Treble is actually far more powerful. And it's a mining bloody officer as well. But no, I think for Q, what would be the best thing for Q is an ability called Finger Snap. And blast your ship clear across the galaxy. Or blast the opponent's ship to another part of the galaxy. I think that would be a good ability. Finger Snap. You're gone to another ship, to another part of the galaxy. So not destroy them, just send them to another part of the galaxy. Can you imagine how many people would actually use that ability? But again, it'd probably be priced something like Picard was, stuck behind a forever paywall. So, but hey-ho, Scopely got to make money somehow. And I'm not against people making money and making profit, or businesses. It's the way the world works. Finger Snap. If a battle restores the ship to 50% at the start of battle. Yeah, okay, 50%. Yeah, okay, yeah, I would go with 50% because I was just thinking it should be 100%, but then I was thinking, well, no, because then that shit would never die. Night Lou, thanks for coming, mate. But yeah, 100% basically mean that ship is unbeatable. So yeah, 50% restoration wouldn't be too bad. It'd definitely be an interesting one. Hey Nuts, welcome in, buddy. Time for you to come and join the stream. Oh, what the hell have I got here? Something doing my foot in. Oh, why have I got a piece of Lego. Piece of my daughter's Lego under my desk. Oh. So now we're going to have a look at what this Ray is going to do for us. Hey Card, welcome in, buddy. So the intro, if I'd have actually got the intro to actually play properly, would have basically just said free chat. So it's whatever you want to bring to the table to talk about. We'll bring it in. That includes anyone else who's actually watching, who If there's any questions you want to ask, please feel free to drop them. I'll answer them as best as I can. Can't say that I'm the fountain of knowledge for the game, but I'd like to think I've got a fair grasp of it, at least. So, right. When Q comes, there is a quote from Q that's stuck with me. He told that his cute son on Voyager, don't provoke... Oh, yeah. I know exactly which one it is. And so, mine is about to start, so I'm not going to star everybody. But the quote is, if the continuum has told you once, they told you 1,000 times. Don't provoke the Borg. Well, I'm no John Delancey. Okay, I'm no John Delancey. Hey, look at that win. Look at that win. Oh, I got boosted as well. I didn't realise I got boosted. So I'll let them know tomorrow that they was on live stream doing that. So now, actually, because we've got that much hull left, so we'll go to a level 41 system. That one there. We'll go to that one there. So now, let's have a look at this one. So there was 108,000 credits. Now, I'm actually not the weakest now, but obviously the loot's now got to be spread 4 ways. So we've got Katinga here nicely. I mean, it's pretty much on par with me. But out of this, we walked away with 31,000, just under 32,000. Question: in the Starship research tree, there are 3 researchers for Defiance that take particular particles for the Titan. Cerritos. Yes, these are new researches that was added in when the Titan was introduced to basically add some boost to the Cerritos. I've not actually looked at them, but we can pretty much look at them in just a minute. So, yeah, so I've walked away with 31,000. Obviously, take away the loot boost. But, there we go. I've walked away with what the Armada was carrying. So, I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, I'll say no worries, mate. No worries. So, let's have a look. Because like I say, I've never actually looked at these pieces of research. So, increases critical chance. Base damage. Oh, nice. There was supposed to be a synergy between the Cerritos and... yeah, it certainly looks like it. Because obviously these abilities don't actually... not actually in the Cerritos one, but yet they are in the Titan. So I think it's because they didn't want the Titan to ultimately replace the Cerritos. Now, in all honesty, in my opinion, when it comes to these support ships, the Cerritos, yeah, okay, she's good. The Defiant, yeah, she's pretty good with Armada, boosting for Armadas. But the Titan, once you get that research up, I don't know for sure, I think the Titan will be an absolute beast when it comes to boosting, and it's not half as good as the Cerritos. Right, okay. Now, would that be because of the low-level research and the fact it's a pain in the ass to get the stuff for it? But if you ask me, Scopely failed with the Titan bus. Ah, yes. I totally agree with that one, Hugo. Separating the fortification and the max fortification was... so, like, this one just says when fortified. That's fortified. So the repeater, that's fortified as well. But yeah, this one's max fortified. Restores shield health every round while max fortified. And it restores it by 5% to begin with. And it'll top out at 30%. Wow. Yeah. That doesn't seem like that'll be anything. So, yeah, I mean, my opinion then is actually going to be tempered. Because I was thinking that maybe when the Titans research, once you actually get it up, it could end up being a better support ship than the Cerritos and the Defiant. Because obviously it boosts all your ships in Solar Armadas and everything. So the problem with that is too expensive and the cooldown is way too long. Yes, the cooldown is way too long, from what I know. I mean, it's like, at the minute, I gain 4,250, I think it is, of the boost juice for the Titan per day. But you need 12,000 just to use that max fortification. Cheers, Matt. Good night, mate. Have a good sleep. But yeah, I don't think it's what do the blue and red dots mean in the away teams? I'm Ops 34 and I've never figured it out. Oh, the blue dots are traits. Right, the white dot, let's just start with the basics. The white dots are the traits that the officer has in relation to that particular mission. So if we go over to the away team and... Oh, we got a Latinum one here for 8 hours. Yee! So... get that back up there and put the trait, click on traits. So for this particular mission it says that the traits that you need is archaeologist. The white dot tells me that Picard has that trait, but as Nuts has just said, it's not activated yet. Now if it turns blue, and let's just find a different mission for this one. And click on traits again. But here we go, there's a couple here. In fact, right here, TOS Kurt right behind me. If it's blue, it means that trait is activated. So if we take Uhura and put it, you'll see Resourceful has clicked up because that's the trait she has activated and is available to use. Now, obviously, I won't be doing this one because, honest, oh, actually, yeah, I ought to do this one. Ooh, up you go. Can I do that one? Oh no, I got 23 minutes. Bugger. Activate your Picard trait. Yeah. It's not one that I'm gonna chase, Nuts. It's a third tier trait, which means it takes 10 levels to do. Yeah, I ain't gonna chase that one. It's not important. Picard doesn't go on away teams for me. He's a PvE officer. He'll be on my ships for doing multiple ship grinding in like the capital systems, which I'll be doing like tomorrow. Going out and just grinding in Romulus, trying to see if I can get some pylon BPs. Better get started. Nah, he's not going to be activated. I've got specific officers that I use, like Eurydice here. Obviously, Eurydice, yeah, I will use her for away teams every day. Uhura I use for away teams. Tyler, he has a bit of a mix, really. He could be on a ship or he could be on away teams. Rimmer here behind me is always on away teams. Michael Burnham, she'll be on away teams as well. Lennar, yeah. What mission is Picard associated with? I had to upgrade him for something. The mission that we have in here, a xenoarchaeology trip. So obviously that will be the reason why you'd need archaeologists for this. So if we clicked on that and then just click on that, click on there. Archaeologist is the third one. I will not entertain that because that's a 10 level thing. There is one mission that you will get 4-star or. I haven't actually had that mission yet pop up. I get crystal and I get gas, but I've yet to see an all one pop up. But logic would suggest that it would eventually pop up. So now normally I would leave these till morning, but let's see what we're going to get. So we're going to get a success of that one because I didn't get any. That one didn't have any trades. Uncommon, yeah. So I got 7 hours. That's fine. That'll be tomorrow morning. Just a standard success. Boo. I know it's 3 times rewards as well. I already got a 4-star uncommon all when I was Ops 39. There's 88 Battle Pass event. Yeah. I believe I've already done it. I just use trade. I just literally get an officer and put some trait XP on them. So, oh, I definitely have that one because I love my speed ups. So let's get me things in. Pissing bloody screen. Right, so you, and you. Oh, why did I say Hugh off? I don't matter. I barely use Discovery nowadays. What item do you focus on? I go for blue ribbons, for research, little shuttles. I mostly go for the active nanoprobes, trait XP, faction credits, latinum, construction speed-ups. Repair speed-ups are good, but I prefer the construction speed-ups more because obviously that's research, that's tearing your ship up, that's building upgrades. So there's more for them. We've got here the planetary survey. So I'll be going after those recruit tokens, faction credits. I'm not bothered about the auger on this political espionage. What else we got? But yeah, armed escort down there. I'd probably do if I feel the need to do it. So the only thing that really, yeah, medals are good, but it's like I've got loads and I get loads off all the other missions. And because I've not done any away teams missions for quite some time, as you saw earlier, I've got a fair stockpile. So, and by the time August comes round, I should have over 2 million. So, yeah, I'm not exactly worried about them at the minute, but I do go for the epic medals. Lead expedition is a good one for all ships. Yes. I don't think I've got one of them. No, I haven't. Platinum ATA is so much better. I get 15,000. Yeah, that's the one I do chase. I do try and get as much traits on it as I can. And yeah, 50 days worth of research and building tier ups. Yeah. So I tend to upgrade those traits to increase the rewards. That's why my fluffy and certain also are tricked out. No, I mean, yeah, that's good. But what the traits, all they primarily do is they go after the critical success. That is it. If you actually want to increase the amount of rewards you want, it's the level of your officers. So take like Tilly. She's level 20 in a minute. When she goes tier 5, I will need to get her up to level 30, improve her stats, and it will ultimately increase the reward multiplier. The more stats you can bring, the better that multiplier means all the rewards will be boosted. Third one down, lead expedition. Your unstarted rainbow one is a unstarted rainbow? I have an unstarted rainbow? Oh yeah, there one. Yeah, shoot. Yeah. So, right. So let's just see what officer I should ideally be using for this one. And oh yeah, I've still got that up, that's why. Okay, so I don't actually have a triple lock. What is it? A day's mission? Yeah, I think I can spare Fluffy for the day. Nero Pan. No, Nero's on my ship that's currently out doing the Armada at the minute. So I won't use... And TOS Kirk. Yeah, TOS Kirk hasn't got a trait on, and neither's Pan. So, obviously I'll use him. Michael Burnham. And... the only problem is if I use... Oh, I've already got Minor up there. So let's put the filters back on. Right, let's get rid of traits because there's no traits that I've got available. So now I'll be looking for an officer, and I'll be primarily looking for a defense stat because that's what it says. The key stat is defense. Oh look, I've got Spock there. Kirk, Kelvin Kirk, and Mariner. Okay. Okay, so Barrett, Burnham, Arix. Arvix. Okay, so there's some good combinations that we could use. Arvix really, yes, because I don't actually send them. I don't send the uncommons out. They might get a below deck run, but that's about it. But so I got a 23% success rate on this one, but my multipliers managed to make it over 7,500 shuttlecraft. So, but we'll send them off. But no, see, those officers' loadouts are pretty good. Yeah, I've already got the Newton. Oh, my dog's barking again. So, but yeah. So what daily goals we got? Oh, what? Some of them. Oh, I need to go to Romulus. I've still not even done my Mantis things yet. Right. Let's let these know I want to do this one solo. Downside to having a phone. Right, started then. Thank you. So they all are aware that I want to do this one solo. And then this one's loot is 149,000. So I start this lead expedition when I turn off the game and sleep. I need Nero way too often, but I don't need him at least 12 hours from the point on, sometimes more than speed. Okay. You never send Kirk on away missions? No, I don't think I would be tempted to. He'd probably get in a fight. Or he'd probably end up trying to seduce some alien woman, knowing Kirk. Free Wesley. You know, Wesley sometimes goes on away teams for me. I do send him on the odd away team. So, TOS Kirk and Kirk are pretty similar. Yeah, they do. But it goes on which one of them you've actually got, who's got the most traits on him. TOS Kirk is very rare. I put him on a ship, but Kelvin Kirk, he's constantly on ships. So I just realised I should have a load of solo armadas built up as well. Let's have a look. So I've got 6 uncommon at current, 1 rare and 1 epic. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. So, and because of TOS Kirk is a PvE officer, you can spare much more. Yeah, you could do. You call him the JJ Kirk. TOS Kirk is my number 1 PvP officer. So I would hazard a guess then, Nuts, you've got him maxed. I don't think my TOS Kirk is maxed. Right, so he's not in that list. Oh, is it tier 4? He's on his way though. He's at 235 of 800. So yeah. I've got loads of officers that I need upgrading, but it's independent credits I need at the minute. And then officer badges. I really need to change my focus on a lot of stuff at the minute, but my Calvin and Katinga are way too expensive to use in PvP. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, Hugo. I'm bleeding Tritanium left, right and centre at the minute. Which is why when it comes to things like the solo armadas, I build them up and then I'll run as many as I can in one hull. Because the Valdor and the Kelvin, they just absolutely drain my Tritanium. My TOS Kirk is max. Nice. Your original was max. Yeah, the original Kirk in the game is easy enough to max out. I mean, you could have it maxed out by level by Ops 30. You could easily, if you're on the Federation line, you could easily have it maxed out by level 30. So there is that one. So just notice that the screen I'm looking at is about 6 seconds behind me. It's repair cost, Nuts. It's just the sheer cost of repairs, even with efficiency research. The repair costs are still expensive. Have I actually done all the events for today? Oh yeah, don't forget, if you are doing your mission key hunter, do not forget to go on the web store where you will be able to claim it daily. In-game is weekly. That's why proper crews are so important. Oh yeah, trust me, use proper crews. But it's still expensive. But yeah, so the mission key, the in-game one is weekly, but the one on the web store is daily. So by all means, go collect it and it will help your alliances out. Additional scoring. What's this one? Oh, okay. I mean, to be honest, I'm not even bothered about this event. Big ships for your level equals expensive repairs. Haven't got the efficiencies yet. One destroyed container Kelvin costs around 130 million. Titanium farming XP or ship parts in level plus takes a while and needs several holes. And you use $1 billion in 60 minutes. Yeah. Yeah. It's ridiculous. Cerritos Wednesday, I'm not doing the solo leaderboard anymore because obviously with me going 45, I've changed brackets. So I was actually just wiping the floor with the level up to level, was it 42 to level 44? I was absolutely wiping the floor with that bracket. And then I've come into the bracket of 45 to 49. Yeah, I don't stand a chance getting near them. But the amount of titanium I used to get through with my Valdor was unreal. I'd probably get through nearly 1 billion titanium just doing that event. Higher ops can repair the same size ships more cheaply. I don't know, is there actually any more like repair cost savings in the higher levels in research? Let's get that help in. 40 million. 400 million trip repair cost. Ouch. I am not looking forward to that Ops 46. I am literally not looking forward to that. Yeah. So we've got that one in the outlaw tree, haven't we? I noticed that I need to do a list of all the researches that I need to focus on. There's titanium upgrades. G4 repairs, you can go higher. Yeah, that's the one. So I'm not quite sure where I can get to. I'm going to hazard a guess. I can probably get to level 6. But obviously, I mean, this is the one that I can do. I mean, I do have a lot of areas I really do need to focus on. So, I mean, what was that one? Armada invasion and Armada accuracy. What we got in here? We got anything in here? Expert repairs here. Oh no, that's just repair speed. Well, yet you've got the repair costs here. So again, that's another one I do need to focus on. So I mean, yeah, I mean, I've got a lot that I need to focus on. It's working out. Oh, that one I got plenty of. It's just the, is it Sorix? No, Phantom and Quantum Particles I really need to try and get my hands on. Obviously, Quantum Particles is something 45. I'm 45 at the minute. I'll be 46 in beginning of July. I should be able to do 46 by the beginning of July. And then I'm just going to sit at 46 and I'm just going to camp and I'm just going to get through as much research as I can possibly get through. Leave me base on slow upgrade to upgrade everything, all the buildings to where I need. Here's my question. What's more effective? Increasing weapon damage, Nero, Tyler, Wesley, Strange New Worlds, Una, or increase officer stats? Oh, I do apologise to keep yawning. I'd have to say officer stats. Because when you think about increasing weapon damage, all it is base level. So whatever the base level for your ship is, not including any research or anything else, that's all it is that is increased. So if your base level is 600 and your weapon damage increases like 300%, it'll take that 600 and times it by 3, so it's 1,800. But yet your research can and officers could change that 600 and increase it by 24,000. So it's like a massive increase there. But all you're getting out of that weapon damage increase is a 1,800 boost on top of potentially 165,000. So it's not really... Weapons damage is not really a big focus. It is officer stats that you want to be looking at. And I've just realised... Didn't do it bloody low enough. I thought... I readjusted my green screen tonight. And just realised it's not... Yeah. Yeah, low levels would be able to increase their weapon damage, as you just said, Hugo. And as you get higher up, it is about research, it's about officers, and in a sense, the content creators like Rev and DJ, they can't push it enough. They literally can't push it enough. And even I would push. Get it done. I mean, it's like the last few levels I've definitely noticed, the more research I've got done, the higher power I get. So it's like, I mean, I'll go 46 in a couple of weeks. And then I'll sit there. And then I'll start blasting out this research, the away team's research, everything I've got to do in combat, station, galaxy, even that Rhodidium side. Yes, I do keep that specifically for a certain year. Game crash, save 32. Ouch. I hope it's no offense, Dan, but I hope it's not the whole server, because that'll give Scopely a bloody headache tonight. A full server crash. No logging in for any of my alliance. Oh, this. Oh no, 732's gone down. Oh, so if I increase weapon damage via an officer, it'll eliminate all the other gains from research and officer bonuses. No, it'll just... Or will the research and bonus just stack on top? It'll just stack on top. It'll just literally stack on top. Right? Oh. It will literally just stack on top. That's it. But ultimately, it is research and officer stats that you really do need the most of. See what are we? Yeah, it looks Stan. It looks like Smooth Spartan has mentioned that server 32 is gone down as well. So, yep, by the looks of it, you guys are offline for the minute. I love my Auger crew, Captain 5, Tyler, and GG. Yeah, my GG is tier 4 as well. I just don't have a maxed 5. And Tyler, I think, is tier 4. So increasing base weapon makes my bonus worth more. If you're a lower level, yeah. But when you get up into the higher levels, nah. Nero, Tyler, and Vermette. Yeah, burning, increasing the damage, and keeping yourself alive for one extra fight. Do you know what your base damage is? Base weapon damage, you can just look at your ship's weapons. And then if you add the min and the max, you'll get, then divided by 2, you'll get your average. And that gives you an idea what your base weapon damage is. Per weapon, of course. Or you could just take your DPR and use that as your base weapon damage. I think that came out wrong. I want you want to know exact numbers. Let's pick a ship. Any ship will do. So now I take this as base weapon damage. Anywhere between 9,107 to 11,130. So it's around about 2,000 difference. So I'd say around about base weapon damage here that I'd be looking at for this particular weapon would be around about 10,000. When a research says increases base hit hull health, does that mean when the ship is docked, flying about, the base has me confused? Yeah, this is the one thing is, base has a lot of people confused as well. It had me confused for so long. Let's have a look. So if you go into... Now, Hugo will probably correct me if I'm wrong about this. But as you can see on here, my hull health for my tier 7 Cavort is 1.36 million. And if I click on the I button, here we go. Now divide by 300. and you get your base. Right, so looking at this then, following the lines that you're saying, Hugo. So I'm going to take the whole health of 173,911 and I'm going to divide that by 300, yes? Or do I divide it by 3? Yeah. Divide by 3, yeah. So that's what I thought. So if I get me handy dandy calculator out. (1,373,911) divide by 3. So my base hull health is 58,000. 58,000. It's actually 57,970.3 reoccurring. So I'm just going to round it up to 58,000. That's my base hull. So then basically, any research or officers that will improve your hull health will work off the math of 58,000. Obviously, that board there just basically tells you the total hull health that you've got. And I suppose another way of looking at things is for how long you last. Now, Hugo, correct me if I'm wrong in my assertion on this one. But you can take your total hull health and divide it by DPR, which will get the number of rounds that you could potentially last. You can also use this values to find out your total health bonus. Yeah. But would I be right in saying to find out how long you would last in a firefight with somebody, you could literally take the hull health, the total hull health of your ship, including all the research and everything. So that figure you just saw, the 173,911, and then you divide it by whatever the DPR is of the attacking ship, and you'll be able to get an idea of how many rounds you could actually last in a fight, which might also help give you an idea of how to crew your ships. Now, would I be right in thinking that? No. No, you're... Your total amount of research, artifacts, buildings, and other stuff. So you get a total number. I'm looking at how long you hang in a firefight. Oh yeah, any weapon damage is not any boost into your base weapon damage is never a bad thing. I mean, I've done a couple levels of my mess hall today to boost my weapon damage from 200% to I think it's about 215% now. I can't bloody access it because of the frigging thing. Obviously, I can't do anything until tomorrow when I get some more latinum. But it's like I took this up a level, and I've obviously increased my hull health and my shield health. Anything that adds an increase to your base level is never a bad thing. But you do need to decide which bit's more important. More hull health for survivability, more shield health to absorb more weapons damage. Still on that 80-20, but it'll absorb more damage. Yeah, exactly, Nos. And I do agree with that one. But the one thing is, when they keep mentioning base, when it's base, they don't want players thinking that is your base and then all your research on top, because that's what I originally thought it was. And yet my maths were just like way out, and it just didn't seem right until I started figuring out what base actually it means. It means the very bottom, the very start of everything. And your base hull health for the convert is 50,000. Your current hull is around 1 million. That means your total hull health bonus. Right, now you've got me confused, Hugo. So, my convert is around 50,000. And my converter's hull is around 1 million. Oh yeah, 1.3 million, yeah. So from all sources, around 2,000%. Okay. I think I'm understanding. So we've taken the convert's hull, which is 50,000, and obviously it said that the hull health is 1.3 million. Then you have a total bonus of okay. So let me have a look. Hey John, welcome in, mate. So it doesn't really increase your base hull health and get effective by everything. It joins the group of things increasing your base hull health together. Yes, if I'm understanding that right. I like the increased stats I get from officers like TOS McCoy and Strange New Worlds Una. If you already have a total bonus of 2,000% or 2,500, another 10% don't get you a lot, but an officer like Tyler or Dax is able to double or triple all your current base damage buffs, just like from a single source. Yeah, this is where Scopus math starts really confusing me. And this is why it's like adding isolated damage into the mix now is going to be like a right headache.
Olympic champions the Brownlee brothers never settle for second best. They even race to pump their bike tires up first. How fast is that? At Quickline, we bring fast, reliable broadband to rural communities, so you don't have to settle for second best either. Check if Quickline is available in your area today at quickline.co.uk. Quickline.
So.
Built for you. Come on then. Oh, looks like it's best of 3. Geographical restrictions and T's and C's apply.
Scopely need to take a time out until they can fix Wesley. Yeah, Hugo, I definitely would agree that it's difficult to explain. Right, so they are taking 0.03 million off my whole health. This new 10% bonus to whole health will be multiplied by all my other bonuses, 2,000% bonuses. Yeah. Do you have an officer that has that green triangle? Oh, sorry, Hugo. Ouch. Okay, so I've taken all my officers off then. So I've got no health bonus. My hull currently stands at 1.19 million. So all the research and all the buildings that give me the hull health bonus are what's making that 1.19 million up. Would that be right? And your base hull is still 50,000-ish. Yeah. But it's like I've taken that 300% off. So adding 300% on top of this would be. And I just had the math in my head and it just gone. Put 7 on the bridge. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, but that, Hugo, that 300%, obviously removing that 300% took me down to 1.19. So that's just basically my base, then add on top all the other officer, all the other research and buildings that I had. Yeah? I can't put Nero on because Nero's out and about. He's out in Armada at the minute. And we've actually soloed that Armada quite handily. Imagine a scenario where your account will be back at Ops 1. No research, buildings, no officer bonuses, no artifacts. Your ship would only have... Yeah. Took the full amount off that one. And then the bonus chest gives me the full amount. So if I've looked at this right, then the leader's chest will actually give you basically the amount that the Armada holds on this one. But that's just going back, circling back to something we discussed. But like I said, I will do a video for it. When it comes to Armada chests. But anyway, back to the Cavort. Right. Ugh. Okay, so now going up to 270%. I'll tell you what, there is one officer that we can look at. Use my auger. Okay, just give me a second. Well, that's Tindy working straight away. She's only added a bonus of 210%, but yet she's already taken my whole health. Over what it was when I had the full crew on it. Right. Right, I'm going to have a problem because most of my health officers are either on other ships or out in a... Yeah. Right, Nero's not back yet. He's on the Valdor. Obviously, when that comes in, it'll be damaged. But what I can do... How long till the Valdor gets home? So I've got still another minute before the Valdor gets home. But as you just saw, I'd already hit 300% health anyway.
Meet
up empire with Shopify. Sales won't stop. With Charlie's tech needs sorted, she can focus on turning her home business into a global operation. Yes, boy. Join Shopify, the commerce platform powering millions of businesses worldwide. This is Possibility, powered by Shopify. Sign up for a free trial at shopify.co.uk/red. Go to shopify.co.uk/red to start selling online today.
Right, so health.
Hey there, Spotify listeners. We know
Increases armor piercing by 800% health.
podcasts, but we love listening to you. So let's talk. Click or tap now to take part in our short survey. We'd love to hear from you, and your feedback means a lot to us. Sound good? Great. Just hit the banner now.
Right, nuts. Do you want to tell me where we're actually heading with this? Because the original question was, the original question was weapons damage or officer stats. But yet now we're going to put in different crews on ship, and you're telling me to put a full health. So I'm slightly confused where you want me to take this. Because just putting those two on, the hull health is already where then pick another group, use attack, and build a crew based on that. But again, the question is, what purpose is this going to serve? And what's it for? Because I'm actually confused, because obviously you asked about weapon damage or officer stats. Which one's the best one to have? And I'd always say officer stats. Because if your ship's got crew that uses abilities based off specific type of stats, you could really do with those being built up. But I'm really struggling to see where you're going with this. And in all honesty, I wouldn't put Strange New Worlds. Oh, right. Okay. Right. Now, I'll say, because you were confusing the devil out of me. You said that you were confused at how these bonuses come together. So you're just brainstorming some crew ideas. Ah. I'll put my mining crew back on that later. So now I know we don't have a lot of people in chat watching. We've only got about 15 people watching, from what I can see. So is there anything else anybody wants to ask before we bring tonight's show to an end? Anything at all? Yes, I am excited to get Janeway. I'm actually not that far away. And if we scroll down to getting her, you see I've got 73 of 120. Use the base crew PMC to the control. Why is it? Because they don't need any stat stacking or anything? Well, yeah, so with Janeway, I've got 73 shards at the minute. Obviously, tomorrow I'll be getting another 19 on top. So that's going to take that straight to 92. That's going to put me 28 shards short of getting Janeway. And as for the Doctor... yeah, I'm a little bit further away from getting him. So, I mean, what am I at? 20, 37. 37 shards. So, by the looks of it, so far, touch wood, the event store, I should be able to get both the Doctor and Janeway. I should be able to get them both. But then again, it depends what they also bring out next month. I'm expecting an epic Chakotay. I am expecting that. But whether that's what we get will be another story. Then you can run Healthy Crew and compare the numbers. Right, okay. Right, well, we're not going to do that on tonight's stream because that sounds like it's going to be something that will take a rather long time to go through. I still don't like Vermet. The amount of shield is able to remove is too small. I really tried to make him usable. Yeah, I do believe it has been said that the likes of Vermet and the original Spock in the game don't really work beyond G3 because the hull health and the shield health are just more than the stats that you can actually stack on your ships. So, but anyway, so what we're going to do then, the whole control groups takes a lot of time. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So what we could do is we could potentially do a stream centered around that. So, but anyway, so right, I do want to mention before we end tonight that I am looking at the Twitch idea of doing a live stream on Twitch once a week. Get partnered with them, get affiliated, and then sadly, as much as I hate the ideas, use the ads to gain some revenue, which I can put towards the PC. The donations that we've had so far to the channel, as much as I would like to keep them with the computer at the minute, there's a chance I'm going to end up having to use them to help feed the family until I next get paid. So, but thank you to everyone who does donate to the channel. It is very much appreciated, and my family also thank you as well for keeping them fed, especially children who just do nothing but eat. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But anyway, I will endeavour to put that money back in as soon as I can towards the fund, because obviously I want to make sure that fund does continue to grow. But if you do like to donate to the channel, obviously Cashapp and PayPal links are in the channel's description, the video's description, and the channel's description. Discord link is also available as well in both places. So, but yeah, that's it. Finishing a little bit earlier than usual, but it's not that much earlier. All I can say is thank you everybody for coming to the stream tonight. It's been a pleasure chatting with you all and going through some various stuff. So I hope you enjoy your final week of Voyager Part 2. And don't forget, there will be... you got to start using this code to watch. Can do. But yeah, don't forget tomorrow at Event Change, the PvP event comes round, but there will be no base humping. It will not score. So don't sit there trying to smack that base so many times because it won't work. So now you've got to go hunt. Enjoy. But anyway, thank you everyone for joining me. I'm Admiral Pegasus. This is the Pegasus Show live. Stay safe, live long and prosper. Goodbye.